Hello, and welcome to another episode of Ark Survival. In the first two episodes, we battled dinos and then battled the elements to stay alive. And unfortunately, it didn't actually get any better. I've probably died a good 12 times since then. I struggled to build myself a thatch base, which constantly seemed to get destroyed, and me along with it. Just randomly killed by high-level players. So kill on sight obviously seems to be quite popular. So I am now a member of a tribe. This seems to be keeping me safe. I'm not utilising the tribe in any shape or form, other than using the name as some sort of level of protection, it would seem. So as you can see, I've decided to build myself a little wooden base here. Not very much to it. That's a pig over there, so we're just going to go quickly kill that. Could do with the XP for killing that. These things have a tendency to run away, mind. And typically, I've just been attacked by another animal, which is very annoying. Not actually attack the trike accidentally. I do find these things very annoying. I just got to grab the meat off these. That was rather disgusting. Yeah, so I think as I was saying, my plan is not really to use the clan at the moment. They've got just about everything you can possibly get on the game, but it kind of goes against what I'm trying to show here today. So I'm just going to quickly nip into my base, trying to avoid that flying bug, because they're very annoying. The doors are coded, but luckily for these kind of things, once you've entered your own code, you don't have to re-enter it. Though I understand going into other people's bases, you do need to enter them. So I'm just going to put all my stuff in my little carrier here. Just going to cook up some of that meat. My food level's a bit low, so I'm just going to stick some of this in the fire. Yeah, food and water are definitely one of the key factors here. As you can see, I've made a couple of water skins. They do leak. I'm led to believe there's better items further down the line, but I would definitely recommend having 2 or 3 of these and making sure they're filled up. I've come a cropper a couple of times now by collapsing from dehydration. So yeah, definitely worth trying. So I'm just cooking meat here. It does spoil quite quickly, and out of this 19, most of it's going to go to waste, I guess. But at least it'll keep me topped up for now. While we're waiting for that to cook, I'll just quickly go through some of the stuff I've been doing. I think everything was based at 100. So as you can see, I have health, stamina, oxygen. I'm led to believe that's not too much of an issue, so I won't be advancing that much more. Food have increased. Weight obviously allows me to carry more. Melee damage, I thought that was a good idea to start with, then realised that some of the later weapons, the guns and the like, probably it's going to be wasted, so I'm going to use it a little bit but not too much. Speed, again I started to increase that, and then obviously looking at some of the dinos that you can potentially tame that get round speed, so again not really worth it. Don't think you can increase fortitude at this stage. Crafting speed you can, but I'm happy with the speed. I don't think you can alter the torpor. Items, I managed to find on a corpse this skull off a player, which was a skin, I believe. It looked pretty cool, so I decided to take it. The rest, as you can see, It's just leather stuff that I've gained through the engrams that I've learnt, and we'll just quickly go through some of these at the moment. I thought campfire would be useful for cooking meat. Again, I believe there are other things you can do later. Hatchet, obviously I think it allows you to get more wood. Club I didn't bother with. Spear's quite useful, but they break quite often, so you need to definitely carry a good 3, 4, 5 of those. Cloth, bed, thatch roofs, some of the basic stuff. Slingshot, I had that for a while, but found it quite tedious to use, so dropped it. But I accidentally learned this narcotics thing, and then the pestle thing. I've not used either yet, I really don't know what they're used for yet. As I said earlier, thatch is pointless. Anybody with any 2 or 3 people with even the basic stuff can get into it quite quickly. I think the guy who killed me had a level 50 Rex, so I'm sure it didn't take him very long at all to kill me. Wooden chair, wooden bits and pieces here, spyglass, I'm led to believe that's useful later on. Ceilings, doorways, doors, hide, bow, that's pretty cool, quite like that. Quite like using that. I'm led to believe from looking at the wiki there's a crossbow or something later that could be quite good. Large storage box. I've not learnt the bench. I think you can start sort of experimenting with the pestle and mortar and stuff. Storage bins. I can do stone walls potentially when I level up, but there's no stone foundation, so I'm not bothering with that. Not bothered with any of the lean-to. Actually, that's a ramp, so my apologies. I've not bothered with any of the lean-to ceilings. I think I may have scrolled past them already, but yeah, there we go. Sort of sloped walls and stuff. I've not bothered with those. I don't think there's any point in that. Not bothering with like the feeding troughs. Not got any dinos at the moment. Wooden pillar. Not sure what I would use that for at the moment. So just kind of purposely avoiding advice and getting involved with stuff from other people, so I can try and learn it all on my own. I think that should all do. So I'm just going to take all that myself. Stick it all in here. Going to kind of use this as an experiment and see how long that food actually lasts for. So I'll eat a few items here just to remax out my food. As you can see, my water's dropping, so we'll top that up in a second and I'll show you how that works. I'm just going to repair this first before we go anywhere. I've discovered that repairing them is cheaper than remaking them, albeit you can obviously perhaps make 2 or 3. Yeah, I do find this server a little bit laggy, but I think it works okay. Okay, so let's go to the water. I'll show you how the water skins work, to make sure there's no nasties around anywhere near me while I'm trying to do this. Okay, so you can see I've got them bound to 6, 7 and 8, so I just press those buttons. Empties the skin out and fills me up. It doesn't fully empty a skin if I don't need it. Standing in the water and pressing the buttons again will refill them. As I said, they do leak, so you do have to be a little bit careful with that. One thing I have noticed about this game could be my connection. My internet connection is from the dark ages, unfortunately. It's very slow, waiting for internet providers to give me a faster speed. But if you move into a new area as you explore around the map, you will find that when it renders in for the first time, people's bases and bits and pieces, it can take a little while just to do that. The other thing I've discovered, rather embarrassingly for me I guess, was when I built my base it was actually surrounded by rocks. Now what I didn't realise was you can actually destroy those rocks. Oh, my guy's making a funny noise, I don't know what's wrong with him. You can actually destroy the rocks and they don't necessarily respawn back in the same place. So as you can see, my base looks rather exposed now, which looks a bit silly. Just gonna. Oh my god, he makes funny noises. It's either cold or hot. Can't quite tell which, but never mind. Right, as we're making a wooden base, ironically, wood is what we need. So let's try and find some trees. I'm gonna steal some of this stuff here. Got hypothermia, supposedly. I'm not quite sure I've managed to do that. I actually thought that symbol in the bottom corner meant I was hot, not cold. That's a bit of a bizarre one. Not sure if it's a bug. It's quite bizarre. Okay, let's find some trees then. I'm just picking up fibre and stuff. I'll grab some thatch in a second. There you go, some trees down there. We'll go and harvest those. I did notice that the axe is better than the pickaxe for getting wood. I'm guessing, well, I now know that each one is unique for what it gets. One gives you or yields more of each. I have to go kill a dodo. Actually, what we'll do, I'll kill it with a bow and I'll show you how that works. As you can see, I'm an ace shot. It always seems to fire too high for me. Yeah, there you go, one dead dodo. Cool, excellent. Let's go back to getting some wood. Scared me there. Yeah, text boxes and audio. People with text boxes always freak me out. I'm still fairly wary of people on here after being killed a few times already. I had one guy help me and then lead a very nasty dino to me and killed me, which I thought was a bit bizarre. As you can see, some of the stuff degrades quite quickly. I've also learned that you can actually collect the stuff that's laid on the floor. Albeit there wasn't very much of that. So in theory, if I switch to the axe, I should now get more thatch out of this. I want to do that a couple of times. I do find this a bit of a grind, but I'm led to believe that once you get a dino, there's various dinos that will do various activities, which obviously makes this a very fast process. And given some of the size of the bases I've seen, the quantities needed, that's definitely a luxury that you want to get. Really give it a few more levels for myself, and then what I'll do is I've almost encumbered myself, but I'll talk you through that in a second. I'm going to give myself a few more levels, perhaps up to level 20, start getting some decent skills, and then we'll start looking to see how you tame dinos. I'm led to believe it's quite a long process, but I'll give it a go. I'm sure we can find a dodo to tame or something like that for a laugh. It's a whole learning curve either way, I guess. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why I've got hypothermia. That's a bit strange. Actually, just stick all my stuff in here and see what we've got. Some things stack up to 100, and others seem to stack up to 200, I've noticed. Being a complete noob, I wasn't paying attention the other day and clicked on Nike berries. Oh, hang on a second. See, that's exactly what I mean. Look, you need to keep an eye on that. Yeah, as I was saying, I was a complete noob and clicked on the wrong food and actually knocked myself out with narco berries. It was quite amusing. You do have to watch some of these berries. Some of these things do actually have side effects. Which was the reason why I got thirsty very quickly just then. So that one's stacking up with almost 200. I'll put the fire on. I'll see if that actually keep me warm or something. I don't know. Well, I would do if I actually remember to pick this stuff up. You can't craft from inside the container at the moment, but I'm led to believe that's something they're going to change in future. So I'm going to craft another foundation to go around the edge of the base, which is what I'm trying to do. Press H on the keyboard. See, look, I went from having hypothermia to being hot, so I'm not quite sure if that's working. You can also see date, time, number of days on the server, the tribe's name, current temperature, my name and my level. All that information's on here as well, of course, just in a different spot. Let's use that item I made. You can actually drag the bit. Let me just close my door. I can use the quick launch bar at the bottom for dragging on items if I'm building repetitively, or just simply go into the inventory, select the item, go to use. There you go, snaps in, job done. I'm hoping I've got enough to make another one. So this is where having extra weight helps. You can obviously carry more. So I need more wood, which I think I've got there. So we just transfer that across. There you go, encumbered. Things don't seem to stack very well. It doesn't snap in easily. Perhaps that's something that'll change in time. Excellent. So I've only got 1, 2, 3. I had difficulty trying to get this one in yesterday. It wouldn't snap in for some reason, which I'm led to believe is a common issue, but there you go. Let's see what we've got left. You see my stones, that's not a lot I guess, but I'm just collecting as bits and pieces as I go through just to make sure that when I do get stone, I've already got a nice little stash. Okay, so we're low on wood, so we need to go and get some more wood. Just going to make sure everything is fully repaired before I go off and try and grab bits and pieces. You do get a little bit of XP for repairing, I believe. I think most things you get XP for, sort of picking up stuff, killing things obviously. will drop off that narcoberry stuff because I want to carry that around with me just in case I actually eat that. Oh, here we go, a bit of rain. I did make the mistake of wandering a bit too deeply into the woods and ran quite a lot to get away from the various things that I came across. I think that's one thing I quite like about this game. It does seem to be quite varied in the risk. I think in some games you can definitely get zones that are very clearly easy or for noobs. Don't get me wrong, I think this game has them too. I think if you stay close to the beach it's fairly simple. But again, you do have to be careful. I've been killed on the beach. But yeah, definitely worth a go. Okay, I think we'll call it a day here. I think in the next episode hopefully you'll come back and we'll have finished just the deck edging and perhaps hopefully get some more stone items. So thanks for watching, see you again soon.